Okay, so I've got... I just wanted to check. Hey, so I've got everything. And you are at the appropriate power level. I have become too strong because grinding. Not that it matters too much.
Oh, look.
It can only exist to forge weapons that stand against the forces of heaven, and to tear down the work of the Makers.
So how about we do some tearing down of our own?
Our priority is recovering the Ember Core.
Sure, but why not have some fun along the way?
Ooh, music here is real good. I turn it up. Do you hear the music?
Yeah, it is. Really pretty.
That's super good. I'm buying the soundtrack for this when it becomes available. Like, it really does feel like the soundtrack is kind of the greatest hits of all the previous games, plus some new bits.
Well, whenever you create a world and a game series, you want to have an aesthetic to the music that remains consistent.
Like, Darksiders 1 and 3 had kind of nothing soundtracks. At least nothing that I...
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember them.
I always thought that they had some voices and orchestral stuff going on.
No, you're mostly thinking of Darksiders 2, which had an amazing soundtrack. Because Darksiders 2 is the standout of the series in terms of audio. Like, nothing has...
What is this? A coin?
Yep,
there
just
you
a
go.
boatman coin. Nothing has beat the just sheer orchestral impressiveness of...
Really? Come on. I think we're supposed to jump on these. Do you see Wander?
Yeah, I see. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got onto it.
Snap it, snip it, snap it. There we go. Oh!
Wait, how do I let go? Oh,
Hold
use
left trigger
L.
to lean away. Sorry, you've never played any of them. This is the exact same control scheme. Like, it's actually... Yeah.
Ah, that's fun.
It's kind of impressive how well old control schemes translated here.
That looks like a Monkey King demon.
Because, yeah, I honestly was expecting this to be a much more default beat-em-up kind of thing. But no, mechanically, this is almost the exact same set of mechanics as Darksiders 1 and 2. A little bit less 3. 3 had some extra bits that they kind of went back on. Nothing there.
I actually have to turn the attack volume down.
Yeah. I have it turned really low in comparison, and it's still stupid loud. Okay, that's too quiet. I don't know. That's another pet peeve of me. Sound effects that make it so you can't hear anything else.
Oh,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it that swords are
sound
supposed to
effects.
feel slashy, guns are supposed to, you know, really have an oomph to them. But there's just something really disappointing about not hearing anything else. Ah, shoot.
I got all of them.
Ew. Well, I guess I'll let you deal with these guys for a bit. Oh, there's an explosion point here. Where the heck am I? How do I get back up there?
Where am I supposed to throw this?
On the opposite side.
Well, it seemed to go somewhere. Ah, no.
So do you have any other major gaming pet peeves?
I'm gonna say it now, but platforming sometimes. Where you should be able to make something but it doesn't let you. Because I swear, I've perished in more games to just falling off platforms than I have to actually dying in combat. I know that's my fault. And it's one of those things where you have to try it again and again. Oh, do you know what I dislike? You know chase segments?
Wait, don't shoot it, don't shoot it, don't shoot it!
Wait, why?
I need the fire.
Oh, you need it to blow fire so that you can... Alright.
That didn't count?
No,
Stupid.
Face judgment!
That would have been such a cool puzzle solving thing. Alright, whatever. I guess we're just doing the boring version.
So, you know what I was saying before about chase segments?
Yeah.
So, you know how there are certain chase segments that we've done in the past where you couldn't have possibly foreseen particular things happening on the path?
Oh.
So it kills you and then you're forced to do it again and again.
So, pretty much the entire section from Blazing Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, an abyssal armor piece. Where's maximum health?
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of those specific side-scrolling chase segments anymore. I think they used to be a lot more popular back in the day. On like platformers.
Well, do you remember Ellie or whatever that game was that we played?
Refresh my mind.
The one with the girl doing various puzzles and we reach the chase segment and you're like, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
Ellie, various puzzles, chasing. Oh, that one! That game was garbage for a lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was straight up, like, it wasn't even a chase segment, it was just kind of like a time trial platformer.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just had to beat back the darkness, but, like, it wasn't a good platformer. It was like if this game went side-scrolling and also half
Well,
speed.
the interesting thing was, that was the first time we'd ever had side-scrolling in that game. So it came as a complete surprise, and then it was actually really difficult for you.
It wasn't necessarily just that it was very difficult for me. I feel like difficulty is the wrong word. Because difficulty implies that, like, it's challenging. Yeah, no, maybe difficulty is the right word. But, like, usually it's paired with...
There we go.
Come on!
What are you looking for in particular?
I'm trying to get that one boatman coin.
Where is it?
The one here.
Oh, the one up there?
Yeah!
Just stop early. That's what I did.
Yeah. The one problem is the camera angles, because I can't change them at all. It's like, you keep progressing, I'll catch up. I just want this.
Well, progress where? Do I keep going to the right?
I don't know, check the map. No, it's actually higher. He's spawned me back. Son of a butt! If there was an easier way to get back up, I think this would be less problematic.
Is he jumping?
I don't mind the platforming, it's the precision ball that's the issue. It's like that dumb parachute minigame in Ring Fit that was giving you trouble the other day.
Ooh, there's something special over here. There's also a lot of demons.
Okay, maybe you should stop.
Yeah, I won't. I won't instigate a fight up here yet.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it was a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. And so I was having trouble getting the correct perspective.
So when you get to... If they do a Darksiders 4 with Strife as the main protagonist...
Yes.
Do you think it's going to play an awful lot like Warframe?
No.
No.
I think it's going to play a lot like Remnant from the Ashes.
Remnant from the Ashes?
Yeah. as seeing as it's probably going to be made by the exact same studio, why wouldn't it be?
Oh, it's true.
Like, it would be very strange if it didn't.
But Strife would have to have better movement.
He'd have to be faster, yeah. But, like, I want to say...
He'd have to be superhuman.
Yeah.
In comparison to the survivors of Remnant for the Ashes. From the Ashes.
Oh, there's a health piece over here. Somewhere?
Yeah, you see, the problem is most of my gaming pet peeves tend to be with plot and character design and dialogue and choices, as opposed to... I suppose I don't focus so much on gaming mechanics. Maybe that's also because the majority of the games that I prefer playing are puzzle or narrative based, or a little bit less heavy on the combat and platforming. Maybe some platforming. But
okay. Then in that case, what's a trope that needs to die in a fire?
Okay. When the villains are actually quite flimsy and don't have good motivations, and there's just the villain behind the villain behind the villain that is the embodiment of all evil.
Matryoshka villains. And yeah, embodiment of all evil. We still haven't gotten over freaking
Ni no Kuni 2.
Ni no Kuni 2. Like, that game, I think I've been starved for good JRPG ever since. And that's messing with I will certainly agree on that one. Cause yeah, that game had so much cool promise, and then it was just like, hey, by the way, what villain?
Yep. All the characters were good. They were just being
misunderstood or mind controlled by evil.
Mm-hmm. And even the one character that wasn't, he was forgiven.
Yeah, he was just evil because he thought
his advisor was giving him, yeah.
Look around you, brother. The fiery ambition of demons looking to upset the balance. This is why we fight.
But what about Fulgrim? Isn't helping him gonna upset the scales? I'm pretty sure he doesn't want the Ember Core for decoration.
We need his information. Whatever Lucifer is planning, it goes far beyond Fulgrim and his schemes.
The Council wouldn't be too happy if they knew we were trading dangerous artifacts for information.
We do what we must for the mission. If Fulgrim has ambitions of his own, then he too will be dealt with.
War, relax. I'm messing with you. Let's wrap this up before my skin melts off.
But Strife, what do you even look like under that?
They do look fairly human.
Yeah. Did we ever actually get to see Death's face?
No. I'm just assuming he's very gaunt and pale with that sort of straggly, long black hair.
Yeah.
I think there's concept art that might show what he looks like underneath it. He almost reminds me of the guy that was always on the cover of Planescape Torment.
You just want to play that game, don't you?
Yes, I've heard so much about it.
Should play it then.
I know.
Oh. Hoping I could hurl that guy off the edge. Didn't track.
Oh, here's this again.
Wait, hold up. There's more to this area.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go back. Because there's like at least a whole staircase that we haven't been up. Plus other areas? That just looks way too definitively like, hey, go this way for progress.
Mm-hmm.
I found a co-op chest over here.
Oh, really? Where? Oh, but you're down south.
Aw. Yep.
Wait, where did you go?
Hop down.
Okay. Ah, I see.
I think as interesting, well, as lame as it is, caltrops. Oh, that's your ability.
Oh, so I get to have another ability?
Yeah.
So I use it with B. There we go. Shwee! Caltrops.
Those look like they might be handy. I think the trope for me...
Now these guys get to step on top of bombs.
I think the trope for me is going to always remain unnecessary titties.
Well, yes. I mean, that's pet peeve number 1, but that's an aesthetic pet peeve as opposed to a narrative pet peeve.
But it is always a narrative pet peeve for some ungodly reason.
That, or is it
like, it becomes the character's defining trait is just how big their tits are, or just like...
Well, what's even more perplexing are the games in which the characters do have enormous, well, you know, and they... It's actually just as confusing when people don't acknowledge them when they, rather than do acknowledge them.
Like, I know Code Vein for me was a constant just like, why does nobody realize how ridiculous all of these women's outfit is? Like...
All the torn up.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the other thing, too. What do they call it? Bikini armor?
Yeah. Oh, that game was so guilty of it. It was weird.
I think there was a game in particular, was it Terra or something, where the low-level armor actually decently covered the characters, but as soon as they got to the high-tier armor, it was pretty much just thin strips of metal over nothing. Yeah.
I would still like to play Terra.
I don't know. Korean MMOs just always seem a little too fan-servicey, yeah.
It had an interesting action combat system, which is why it still kind of appeals regardless. Because, like... Man, how much... No. Okay, let me back that up. I wanted an MMO that plays exactly like this game.
Do you know what was actually infuriating to me? So, I was looking up the various Horsemen, just to see, like, components of their armor and such. And for Fury, there were whole threads and, like, artwork done of her in immensely skimpy outfits being like, this is what the fans really wanted. And it's like, what? I really liked the design that they went with for her final form. They were just upset that she wasn't in a bikini. Okay. So, what's here? Just shop bits?
Yep. I was just buying creature... or ability core so I could actually extend my setup.
Ah,
That one's wrong. This one's right. Got like Beast, Wrath.
Oh yeah, I probably haven't set up any cores.
Wait, hold up. Oh. There we go. What is the boost if you have it correct? So I'd lose... Not that one. You lose, like, a little bit of power as a result of doing this incorrectly. That's cool. The big assets are fine, but they're really overused and unnecessary in a lot of games. Yep. Like, I'm totally fine with Din in this game being kind of buxom, because, like, sure, why not?
You mean Dis?
Yeah, sorry, Dis.
She's also a demon.
Yeah, she's a demon, but
because
like,
what's really confusing is when you have a bunch of underage anime
really
girls.
Really underaged anime chicks with, like, thin waists, and, like, the proportions are, like, weird and wrong.
Ow.
And then it's just, like, massive tits. Like, I've known a couple of girls
Wander, something's wrong. I can't fight. Like, the controls weren't working. I don't know if it's the controller again.
magic is for
Better
the
now?
weak.
I think so. Yeah, I'm having that issue too where you can't stop aiming.
Try
or
just
running an
pressing
attack.
X or like mashing a couple of buttons.
Yeah.
We might have to mess with that between sessions, or just get the other wireless thing.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this looks... Is this one of the furnaces?
Probably. On the map. Okay, so did we miss anything? Nope. We were pretty good. I think we're missing one set of ingots, but that's it.
Yeah, I've been finding those.
Yeah, there's one left. Gotta go up.
Ow! Okay.
Okay. Here, you go up. There might be something on top.
Oh yeah, there is. Let me try to get it. What? Come on. Okay, now I can hold it for you.
And we're good. Hey, I remember these things.
Mm-hmm.
I love just how much this is a love letter
Uh-oh.
to all their previous games as well.
You are
Like, all of
nothing.
these puzzle mechanics are just the same as they always were. Just expressed slightly differently.
Oh, maybe we need to do these at the same time.
Yeah, we do.
There we go.
Enter dungeon?
A dungeon, they say.
Let's not for a second.
Okay.
We want to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Enter dungeon is a
Well,
separate
this
thing
seems-
entirely.
This seems to open up something else.
Yeah, it's a trickster. It's one of the trickster gates. We should have enough keys.
Okay.
This game's reminding you of Victor Vran. They're very similar. I would say this has the deeper mechanics, but it definitely does have... it does have a lot of similarities to Victor Vran. Because Victor Vran was, like, one of the first ARPGs that properly attempted to have, like, jumping and platforming and stuff. Let's see. There's a health up somewhere around here. Oh, I see. I just have to interact with it.
If it is here, the resources to use it must be as well.
This whole place is a forge. I'm sure there's something lying around.
Did you interact with the thing back here?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there's a boatman's labyrinth somewhere around here.
I wonder if that's part of it? The dungeon?
Let's see, what is my critique about this game? I honestly don't have much. I think it needed some more QA testing.
There's always going to be a couple bugs with co-op. For instance, when we were doing co-op
Yeah.
the other day, whenever Wander brought up a menu, I went
You would
flying
just
off
go
into the
running
distance.
off into the sunset, which is
Yep.
kind of amusing.
And we also didn't like the fact that it took us to be on separate screens for us to see each other through rocks and such.
Yeah.
You should always be able to see your outline.
But
through
you
rocks.
can in the online version.
Yep. And yeah, so far here we've been having issues of, let's see, my character going into attack mode needlessly. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just looking at the map.
Other than that, I mean,
God damn, it is hot in here. My visor's fogging up.
One of the many reasons I choose not to hide behind a ridiculous mask.
Wait, that's not a mask? Oh, I am so sorry.
Ouch. Ingots.
coins. Set to burns. Use the ingots at the forge.
What is this? Oh, hi.
I found a key.
Yeah, you did. Eh.
Down there's another coin.
Hi. Yeah, keep going down. I took the long, hard way. But yeah, so apart from like some small QA problems, this game's pretty good. Like as far as $30 co-op RPGs.
It's only $30?
Yep. And it's on sale for down to $25 for like launch. Which boy.
And it's just also something nice to fill out the Darksiders series.
Yeah, it is. With like it's not a low commitment game necessarily, because that's the wrong way to describe it. But since it's a side story, I don't have to say like, hey, this is, you know, this needs to really have a satisfying conclusion. Like, this game could end pretty much any way, and from like a lore perspective, I wouldn't care. Not that like hard lore has to be like the main driving force of you know, lore reasons has to be like the only thing that I get out of a game, but like
I love lore though.
Darksiders 3, I was definitely a little bit like, okay, so why does any of this matter? Because it was just like, yeah, go fight the 7 deadly sins. I was cool with it, but it just didn't feel like it was really...
Look at these.
Yeah. Big old cauldrons.
What does this do?
Enjoyed 1 and 2, you haven't played 3 yet. So, now that they've actually done some patches, 3 is pretty good, from what I've heard.
Listen to that music. Wow, I did not make it. Were you waiting for me?
I'm just listening to the music for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's getting better, too. I'm sorry, what?
Let's see. Oh, well, we do this. We go up here.
Oh, I didn't even notice the,
Let's mine the lava. And the dropping segments.
Oh, this is super good. But
yeah,
yeah,
it sounds like industry.
so I will say,
Whoa.
like, Darksiders 3 is probably the weakest of this series just because of limited budget and some other stuff. But that doesn't mean it's bad. And, like, once you get used to its differences compared to the other ones, it's probably just about as good as the rest. Maybe a little bit worse, but, like, only so much.
Oh, I need to go to the side.
Yep. But yeah, originally it had much more, like, Soulsy gameplay. And it had some issues.
Run!
But then once they like updated it, they added a new game mode that is much more like in line with the Darksiders series, and I've heard that actually is a lot of fun.
Is this the kind of fun you were hoping for, brother?
Oh yeah, I'm having the time of my life over here.
Oop.
Oh, you didn't grab onto that?
Oh, I am respawn restricted. Keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going.
I'll respawn shortly. Probably just in a safe spot.
Yeah, there you are.
Let's see, this seems up your alley. You love ARPGs. I mean, technically, this is barely an ARPG. Navigate through it without dying. Well, I guess that counts.
Wait, what? I navigated through without dying?
Yeah,
so
but I kind of didn't.
Oh, Wes?
Oh.
Hardcore parkour! I got the hardcore
You did.
parkour!
By the way, Shell, in the Fulgrim shop, there is a upgrade called Potion Health Overflow. Convert excess health orbs into overflow. When overflow is filled, it will grant a potion. That seems like the kind of thing you might want.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing is, why do you think for a game like this they choose isometric? Have we ever seen a co-op first person or co-op over-the-shoulder platformer for an adventure game like this?
Not really.
I've always wondered why they don't do that.
Well, first person doesn't work so hot.
Okay, well maybe not first person, but why isn't it that we can't essentially play Darksiders Genesis as a Darksiders? Is it because you have to have greater fidelity with all of the...
Yeah, you do. And you have to make the gameplay like that much deeper. Because...
Uh-oh. Look at that guy across the way.
I think that's the boss, actually. Maybe?
Oh, we weren't supposed to go there?
But yeah, this is a lot easier to make on a much lower budget. Oh, hey, chest.
Hey, there's a chest.
Because, like, with a mainline Darksiders game, you have to have really good animations. You have to have really, really tight gameplay. Dodging, blocking, whatnot. For the most part, you and I have just been, like, running through, just, like, beating on things and not caring too much. And so this let them make a... Whoa, that hurts. Ow, shoot. Oops.
Get to the dirt.
Okay, killed those hounds.
Well,
Are you doing okay?
This music is really good. I like the little minion bombers that show up to give us just free health and mana.
Well, those are what the ads are for, aren't they?
Because I could effectively just chain,
Oh, that's another pet peeve for games. When there are those long boss battles and there's no way to recoup your health if you use up all your items, and then it starts you at the very beginning again.
Yeah, those get annoying. At the same time, pet peeve, when they give you too many of those ads when you don't need them, and the boss...
look at this!
Ow. I don't know where
See, I just blew him up.
Oh, that you did. Was that a finisher?
Yeah, it was a finisher. It wasn't really much of a finisher. All I did was kick him in the face and then blast him.
Works. But yeah, I had issues in Remnant from the Ashes solo. Because remember how they'd always just have, like, little ads spawning? Mm-hmm. Like, I remember very specifically there are circumstances where just... I would be fighting endless dudes, and there was just no reprieve ever. And that made me kind of grumpy. Because that just didn't feel very good.
Ooh. That looks like...
Be the Ember Core Dee spoke of.
I guess one of us should grab it.
Would you like me to do it?
Hey, I'll watch your back.
Ah! I knew it! Lava collapse. Waves of enemies.
We've already killed everything.
Didn't I tell you this was gonna be fun?
Okay, hold up.
Yeah?
We're not leaving yet.
Okay.
Quests.
Was there something that we missed around here?
Yeah, gather all of the ingots in the Inferno Vault and take them to Hell's Forge.
Oh, was Hell's Forge that thing that we went to? Right? Do we have all the...
Yeah. Okay, we're going back. I know where it is. It's the Trickster Gate.
Right,
We
the
should be able to
Trickster
go
Gate
back.
had the furnace.
So far... Oh, wait.
We can't go back though, can we?
God damn it. Well, that's obnoxious.
Wait, so that means we have to collect all the ingot before even entering the dungeon, right?
Yeah, no. We can leave once we enter the dungeon. It's just once you enter the boss arena,
You can't go back.
it says no. That's dumb. This door should open back up once we've killed the boss.
Yep, we can't fly around it.
Alright, whatever.
Aw.
If the reward is amazing, we can come back later. It's not like the levels are that long. Alright, let's go say hi to Volgi.
Good to see you, Horsemen. I wasn't sure you'd return.
Try not to sound so disappointed. Hey, did you move some stuff around?
The void is in constant motion. It is fluid. Everything changes. There are secrets to be uncovered here.
Cool?
We've recovered the Ember Core, but we are no closer to finding Lucifer, which brings you closer to the edge of my blade.
As I've said, all things are connected. The Ember Core will serve as a power source and a beacon. I've only heard rumblings, but to track Lucifer's steps, to find the demons he's conspired with, we'll need a scrying eye, working in conjunction with the core.
And let me guess, you just happened to misplace yours.
I know of an ancient temple said to house such an artifact. My serpent holes can take you.
And this scrying eye will lead us to Lucifer.
I can think of no other way.
Then we will recover it. But I warn you, demon, do not waste our time.
I would never dream of it.
I can almost imagine, unlike the other Horsemen, Strife was the only one to have interacted with humans and gallivanted on Earth a bit, picked up a lot of colloquialisms, played enough video games to know what's supposed to come next.
Yep.
Because you know how he was like, wait, isn't there going to be a collapse? Running segment for the end of the dungeon?
Yeah.
Just like,
Though I don't think he's
more
played video
enemies.
games necessarily.
But the thing is, Earth is modern.
Not in this. This is like well before.
Oh, how many thousands of years
Yeah, who
back
knows?
is this?
Like, this is immediately after the Nephilim War, I thought.
This is immediately after the Nephilim War?
Or soon after, yeah.
Okay, never mind. No video games.
Right.
Not yet.
Have a look around.
But by the
I'm
time
always down to
the
do
actual Darksiders games come about, humans have skyscrapers.
That's probably why he was
modern
just hanging
cities
out
and
on
stuff.
Earth with the last of the survivors. Just to play the last couple video games. Okay. I think we should probably stop here, though.
Okay, do I have to hand in anything?
Nope. You should be all good.
My progress is saved?
Yeah, so your
everything?
progress is saved. It freaks out sometimes with the whole, like, level thing, and maybe it's less freaky outy now that we're synced up, but I don't know. Either way, I think we should come back to this tomorrow when I'm not, like... Playing this definitely improved my mood, but I can still feel it in, like, the back of my mind that I'm just, like, just mad at stuff. And I think it's easier to just come back to this later.